Hello, my beautiful, bookable friends, and happy Thanksgiving, because today, when I'm posting this, it's Thanksgiving. So since Thanksgiving is the day about giving thanks, I thought it would be a lovely idea to tell you guys all the books that I am thankful for. Throughout a reader's journey, I feel like there's so many books that we read that will impact our lives, the way we think, the way we go about our lives, just so many things. And today I'm going to be telling you all the books that I'm thankful for and that I just cherish and I just love. So let's get into the video. So the first book is one of my favorite books ever, and this is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. I will forever be so thankful for these books just because, first off, they're the books that got me into reading. I didn't read books, really, it wasn't fun for me. But one day, I just read this book and I devoured it and I could not stop. I went out and I bought all the rest of the books. This is the book that got me into reading, and I will forever be grateful for it because I don't know if I'd be the same person today if I didn't get into reading, and that's kind of scary to me because what kind of person would I be? Reading has definitely shaped my life immensely. It's just shaped what I want to be when I grow up. It's shaped, you know, what kind of character I have. And Percy Jackson is the book that started it all for me. So I forever be grateful for this book and very thankful. The next book I want to talk about is a book that I know all you guys are like familiar with because you can't be a reader and not know about the Mortal Instruments books. Little backstory, after I read Percy Jackson, I didn't know what YA was. I didn't know that genre existed. I was like very new in the bookish world. And after I read Percy Jackson, I didn't know what to read. Like, what do I read next? Like, what kind of books will I like? And I remember at that time I had a book friend and her name was Brooke, and she was the only person that went to my middle school that liked books and actually tolerated me fangirling about how I was in love with Percy Jackson, which is still true to this day. And she was like, Becca, if you need to read something, read this book. It's called The Mortal Instruments. You know, it's City of Bones. You'll like it. And so I downloaded it on my Kindle, and I remember being a little freaked out by the ending. You guys know what I'm talking about. I think you do. But this series just, oh my gosh. This series is so amazing, and definitely the Infernal Devices, Will Herondale. Let's just be thankful for a second for Will Herondale. These books, there's just so many memories attached to these books, and it just makes me happy just thinking about it, of all like the stuff that we went through for these books. So many books. I will always have so many great memories attached to these books, and this book is what introduced me to the YA genre. This is when I was like, oh, YA. That's a genre. Maybe I should look into other books that are YA books. So this book definitely impacted my book journey. The next book I want to talk about is a book that I actually have reviewed on this channel, and that is Becoming Alpha by Aline Aaron. I don't know. I keep getting messed up because the Throne of Glass series and I don't know how to say her name, but I figured out how to say her name, so I'm wondering if I've said this author's name wrong this whole entire time. But I'm just gonna go with Aline Aaron. This book is a werewolf book, and I know you guys are like, oh, werewolf books just reminds me of freaking Twilight, and I love Twilight, but a lot of people don't like Twilight. That's, wow. This book has just helped me so much in my life. Every single time that I read this book, I have reread this book so many times, and if you haven't picked up this book, go watch my review. I have like I've read 3 of the books in the series, and I have all the reviews up on my channel, so if you are interested in a really awesome, funny, kick-butt werewolf series, please go pick these up. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. This book just brought me so much joy every single time I reread it. If I'm like homesick, because like I have gotten homesick since I've gone to college, and I will just feel really sad and just like, I don't know, anxiety, you know, I get that. So sometimes I'll just have to pick up this book and just reading these characters and just making me laugh and just making me smile and just making me gush about, you know, the romance that is in this books and just the characters in general, and the main character is hilarious. I will be forever thankful for this book and this series, and I can't wait to continue on with this series. The next book I want to talk about is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. You know what this book is about. It's about assassin. Not gonna go any further because then it gets really twisted. Yeah, there's a lot of plot twists in this series. I will forever be thankful for this book series just because it was kind of like one of the first fantasy books that I read. I started reading this book when I was in freshman in high school, and it has forever changed my thoughts about the fantasy world, and it is like my favorite series ever, and it's made me want to be such a great writer because Sarah J Maas is such a great writer. The plot twist she has in her books, the characters, just like wow. I literally just finished Kingdom of Ash 2 days ago, and I'm still reeling from the end of this series, and it's weird that this series is over, and I just can't really part from it. It's painful to part from it. I will forever cherish these characters and just be so thankful for this world that we were given, and just thankful for Sarah J Maas because her books are so amazing, and she just whips out books like every single year, and I'm thankful for that. The next book I want to talk about is Just Listen by Sarah Dessen. I have talked about Sarah Dessen on this channel before. She is one of the authors that I have read since I was in middle school. She's one of the first authors that I read, and I remember picking this book up, and this was the first book I ever picked up of hers, and just being so drawn into the story. The thing about Sarah Dessen books is it's more character driven. It's not the romance. It's more character driven from the characters, you know, character. These characters grow through so much stuff, and especially in this book, our main character, Annabelle, and this is another book that I have reread so many times. This book just impacted me so much. The story just impacted me so much. It's about a girl named Annabelle whose best friend has abandoned her, and it's kind of a mystery because you don't know what really happened, but throughout the book you keep getting flashbacks of like what happened, and she meets this guy who kind of gives her a new perspective on who she wants to be and what she can do with her life, and she doesn't really need to be silent about things, and that she can speak out about things that has happened to her. And I just love this book so much, and if you haven't picked it up, please go pick it up and tell me what you think, and tell me if you liked it, because I just will always love this book, and I'm forever thankful for the message that it gave me. And the last book that I want to talk about is the Pushing the Limits book by Katie McGarry. I've talked about Katie McGarry on my channel before. She's amazing. Her contemporary books, wow. And this was the first book that I ever read of hers, and this story, guys, this romance is amazing. But it's like, I can't, no words. It's about this girl who's very popular. Her name is Echo, which, beautiful name, just beautiful name. She was popular, but then one night that all changed, and now she's completely different. And then she meets this guy, and his name's Noah, and Noah has had a hard life, and it is gut-wrenching reading it, how much of a hard life this guy has had. And these two characters that are completely different, they repair kind of the brokenness in each other. I will forever be thankful for the story that it is in this and how much it taught me. I feel like throughout my reading journey, books have just taught me how to be me, you know? It has taught me so many lessons, because when you're reading books, you are the main character, you are going through these things, so you're learning the lessons that the main character is learning, and it changes you. It changes the way you think about the world, about people, and how you treat them. And this is definitely one of the books. All of these books are. So yeah, that is just a little list of all the books that I am thankful for today. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. Have I even said that? I hope you guys had the best Thanksgiving, and make sure to leave a comment down below telling me all the books that you're thankful for and why, because I'd love to hear it. I hope you guys eat tons of stuffing. I don't eat stuffing. I'm much more of a mashed potatoes and gravy kind of girl. Comment down below all the stuff that you ate today, you know, on Thanksgiving, because I am so excited to eat Thanksgiving food. I'm making this the day before Thanksgiving, so I'm thinking about all the food that I'm gonna be eating tomorrow. Very thankful for the food. And I am so thankful for you guys. So I hope you guys have the best Thanksgiving ever. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!